You know what I'm sick and tired of hearing? I'm really sick and tired of hearing that video games are the cause for violence. I'm. It's one of those things that's just. It really gets under your skin, you know? Like, it's just one of those things. Hey guys, it's ChristopherBrekke here, by the way. If you didn't know already, but yeah, this video. I was actually not planning to make a video like this because, yeah, it's sad really, and I didn't want to take a couple months off just to come back to this, but yeah, this is one of those things that just kind of grinded my gears. You know, it's just one of those things that just got really under my skin. All right, and so yeah, I apologize for the format right now because I don't feel like setting up the camera. I wanted to get this up on the spot. Usually I get, my notes ready and everything like that, but this is just insane. All right, so if you didn't already know, there was I'm going to try to avoid the word for YouTube, but there was a tragedy that happened in El Paso, and it's unfortunate, and I really give my condolences to the victims and their families, because that is a really hard thing to go through, as we're going through things ourselves over here. As obviously we're not on a large scale like them, I am going through similar things over here. Anyways, but yeah, so that stuff happened. There was the scum of the earth who wanted to have this, this idea of white supremacy, and he aimed toward Mexican people. It's just like he's scum for that. It was completely like there's no other words to say it. Like this guy just deserves I hate to go to that point, but this guy deserves death. He took other people's lives, so his life needs to be taken himself. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about here today. You've known all about that already, but what I'm going to be talking about is the politicians, our wonderful, wonderful government, who decides to suggest that video games are the blame for El Paso. Yeah, it's something that comes up time and time and time and time again, that video games are the cause for violence. Or mass shootings and stuff like that. And yes, mass shootings have been on the rise, and we need to figure out a way to at least minimize that. It's been way too long that we haven't done anything, but we're at this point in the country where a lot of people are just getting desensitized to this thing, so things are not going as large scale as they used to be on. But anyways, yeah, so our wonderful representatives wanted just to blame video games. It was who was it? The Texas governor. Yeah, it was the Texas governor. He was saying, "I've always felt there was a problem for our future generations and others. We watched some studies shown before what it does to individuals." What studies? All right, you need to say what studies you're talking about. Like you're saying, we watched from studies. Okay, so every study I've seen proves otherwise. But every study I've seen, granted, every study I've seen, yes, video games can get more of aggression. But you know what else gets more of aggression? Any other kind of competition that you do. Whether it be sports, sometimes even a freaking board game like Monopoly. Monopoly ruins lives, by the way. But yeah, this is insane. Like, yeah, though video games is just it's a thing of competition. That's why people are aggressive at it. But whether it links to violence, that's a whole completely other different spiel that we're talking about. And you need to show what studies that you're talking about if you're going to make a huge claim like that. Because I can tell you what studies I'm talking about. I can pull up a lot of studies that could do that. Because dating back to even I think early 90s, when that stuff started getting to a huge thing. Anyways, I know President Trump talked about it too, but he's a whole other thing. Yeah, so he goes on to says, I'm just kind of paraphrasing here. He did note that Call of Duty at one point, saying that it was briefly mentioned in a manifesto, but I don't know. I don't. But anyways, I'm going to keep going on with this. We've always had guns. We've always had evil. But what's changed where we see this rash shooting, and I see a video game industry that teaches young people to kill. Okay. I've been playing video games for pretty much my whole life, alright? I've been playing, games from Spider-Man, going over to, like, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty. I've played a whole bunch of different types of games, and never have I ever had the idea that I actually wanted to kill someone. That it actually teaches me how to kill. Yes, again, kids are a lot more impressionable, I will give you that. They are a lot more impressionable, but that does not teach them how to hold a gun. That does not teach them how to shoot a gun. No, that does not do that. That might get them interested in guns, but guns are not the problem. Guns have never been the problem. Alright? Guns are there to defend against... Well, guns for the normal citizen are here to defend. They are our defense. Alright? We're not going to have some person with a gun walking in our house, and then we're going to be carrying a knife. And then we're going to say, get out of my house. No, we're going to have a gun. Alright? We need to stop blaming guns. We need to stop blaming video games. I've been playing Call of Duty for the past couple of months now. I've been on that. I've been going back to the Modern Warfare 2. I've been going to World War 2. I do really good in those games, but I can guarantee you that I will not enlist for the army expecting that I'm going to get a 5 kill streak. That is just definitely not going to happen. It does not teach me how to hold a gun. It's just me using a mouse and keyboard or a controller is definitely nowhere near to holding a gun. That is just nowhere. I even played paintball when I was younger, and I barely even knew how to hold a paintball gun. Let alone you're trying to compare me to someone who is just a psychopath, alright? He was a psychopath. There are millions of people who play video games. And then you're going to take those bad eggs and then try to classify everyone. It's bad for the young people. All right, so if more people are going to be doing this, if more young people are committing violence over video games, whether it be shooting or just going into fights and everything, bringing out knives and stuff like that, then you might have a point. But no, you're bringing out those bad apples and then you're trying to make them as a whole. You know what's wrong? You want to know why these people do this? Because they want something to blame. They want something to blame, and they do not understand the concept that these things are entertainment. They really don't. Because I guarantee you that the moment you challenge them of what they consider as entertainment, and you want to say those are that is a cause of violence, then they will want to defend it with their life. But no, they don't want to do that. All right, let's say movies, for example. You know what? Rambo, mass violence in there. All right, I'm gonna watch Rambo, and I'm gonna tell you that that's a better case than video games are. Why? Because you're actually seeing a real person do it. You're seeing a real person, and then quote unquote real people dying on screen, and not just a bunch of polygons dying on screen. I can guarantee you that's a way better case for being desensitized to violence than actual video games are, because all you're seeing is just a bunch of polygons and a bunch of textures. That's it. You're not seeing actual people dying. Much like movies, you're not seeing actual people dying, you're seeing special effects. But again, it's just one of those things that they will defend to the death of that stuff. And it just gets so irritating. It gets so irritating, that just because you don't find something entertaining and doesn't mean that it's going to be bad for everyone else. All right? You people need to check yourself. Our representatives need to start being our representatives. They need to represent us and not themselves. All right, they need to listen to what the people are thinking, and if the people are thinking that, then I don't even know what to say anymore at this point. If the people are actually thinking that, but as far as I see it, most articles I've seen on this are completely disagreeing with him, and this is coming from super biased articles such as like the Washington Post and Fox and stuff like that. You know, those same people who are super biased, and even they disagree with him. So, Mr. Governor, you might want to go check your information on this stuff and actually do some actual research before actually giving some type of a claim like that, because your word to the person who doesn't know any better, they're going to take your word as fact. And what does that do? That makes us look bad. That makes the people who actually play video games look bad. And that's going to be it for the video. I needed to record this right on the spot. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, oh well. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I can't promise when you want I'm going to make another video next. There's just a lot going on right now, but I'm trying to see if I can get another PC build going for you guys. So yeah, that should be fun to do that. But again, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.